Hello everybody, welcome back to my channel. I'm Mustard Saves and welcome to another What I Eat in a Week meal prep edition. To get started, I was really craving white rice with toppings, so I decided on making cucumber kimchi and Korean soy marinated eggs. After I got the cucumbers cubed up, I added a sprinkle of salt and sugar to the bowl and set it aside for about an hour to draw out excess water and make them nice and crunchy. And at some point I remembered to add in some diced onion too. You don't have to salt the onion, I just do it out of preference. Once you have a nice pool of water at the bottom of your bowl, you're gonna drain and rinse the cucumbers. I then added in some shredded carrots, some gochugaru, sugar, fish sauce, and minced garlic. The mix is going to look a little dry at this point, but we're just looking for the flavor because the cucumber will still let off more juice with the dried pepper flakes. And then here where I added in more garlic, that was a mistake. Minced garlic needs some time to let its flavor infuse with everything, and even though I'm a 1 clove equals 3 kind of garlic girly when I'm following recipes, that was just hands down way too much this time around. But since it was just a side dish, it was easy to dilute the flavor later. For the marinated eggs, the process is very similar. I got this egg cooker for Christmas like 2 years ago, and it's one of my favorite kitchen tools because it makes eggs so easily. And for the marinade, I just chopped up 2 serrano peppers, a little bit of white onion, then added in soy sauce, sugar, minced garlic, and water. And look, I did it again. I added more garlic, and that was just way too much. Usually when I make these things, I cut the garlic as I go, but this time I minced 2 heads of garlic beforehand, and then I had them on this like little plate, and I guess I'm just not good at eyeballing it that way. So next time I prep garlic this way, I'll probably like count the cloves and put them in little piles for each dish. Here's a picture of our side dishes the next day served over some rice. But we also serve them over ramen, and you'll even see them again later in this video. My fiance wakes up for work at 4 a.m., so to make breakfast easy for him, I whipped up a few overnight oats. My usual base for overnight oats lately has been half a cup of oats, 2 tablespoons of chia seeds, a little bit of brown sugar, and then 1 cup of whatever liquid I have to use. For today's flavors, I was out of milk, and the coffee creamer gave me the idea to try making one with espresso and the other one with like an oatmeal chocolate chip cookie kind of vibe. And obviously with that kind of idea, there's no way this could go wrong. And I got raving reviews from the hubby himself. He said it saved him a lot of time in the morning from making coffee with the espresso one, and he had more time to relax before leaving for work. So these were definitely a win, and I will definitely be making them again with some iterations along the way. A maybe not win was this banana bread. If y'all remember from like a year ago, I got really deep into making banana bread, and I thought I could just jump right back into it and make some without a recipe and just put whatever I felt was right into the bowl. And well, to make some notes on the end result, I could have used with more banana. I totally forgot to add a sweetener, and I don't have my loaf pans with me, so I put it in this cake pan and it got kind of dry, so I guess it came more of like a baked oatmeal kind of texture. which honestly wasn't terrible. I just think it's funny how it came out, and it wasn't anything a drizzle of maple syrup couldn't fix. I give this a 9 out of 10 for the thought, and then maybe like a 7 out of 10 for execution, but we'll definitely do better next time. A few days later, when all the oatmeal was gone, I was really craving fruit over cake, like a strawberry shortcake kind of vibe. So I went out to pick up this Big Mama 2-pound pack of strawberries that I obviously had to dive into because look how beautiful they were. So to make up for the missing strawberries, I added some grapes to the mix. Looking at the sheer amount of small little fruits in this bowl, I thought it was going to take like 30 minutes to get everything chopped up, but it took like less than 10. I even tried using the lid hack to split the grapes, but my lid was like way too big and my knife wasn't really that sharp, so I abandoned that pretty quickly, but it was fun to try. And then once all the berries were cut up, I added in 2/3 cup of sugar and set that in the fridge for about an hour for everything to get on nice and juicy. For the cake, I keep box mixes in the pantry and I wanted to do a plain white or yellow, but I realized I didn't have any of those and I just had 4 different kinds of chocolate, so chocolate cake it was. I just baked it according to package directions, and when it was cool, I tipped it out of the pan to cut off the top. This helped to not only make the cake level, but it also opened the cake to be able to soak up all the juice. You can do the same thing by poking holes in it, but it also left more room in the pan for the fruit to fit, so it was kind of a 3-in-1 step. 11 out of 10. This was super yummy. We gobbled it up in like 3 days, and it even gave me some ideas on how I maybe want my wedding cake served. To finish off strong, I wanted to show our lovely Korean sides next to some homemade Korean barbecue. I picked up this pork belly from my local Asian market a while ago, waiting for the right time to use it, and now that I have all these yummy sides, I sliced it thin and left it to soak in some cold salt water for about 30 minutes. When I came back to it, I didn't think it had done anything until I mixed it around and the water started to turn pink. You can repeat this process one more time, but I was hungry, so I called it there. I wanted to make sure everything got a nice brown crust on it, so I pat the meat dry and took it over to my cast iron comal and just fried the meat for a few minutes on each side until I got the color I wanted. And then here I served it with rice, the marinated eggs, and the cucumber kimchi. And that's all I have for you guys today. Not a lot of prep going on this week, but anything helps when you've got a jam-packed schedule and people coming in and out of the house throughout the day. As always, if you have any questions, comments, or just want to have a chat, I'd love to hear from you in the comment section down below. And if you want to see more from me, please subscribe to my channel, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye-bye!